Yeah, so, come on, man. No, the question is simple. How do you build a big business? So you take over the job, you say, okay, here we go.
Okay. Well, for me, it was two things that really stuck out. The first one was systemizing culture, and the second one was figuring out who owned hiring.
Okay.
Everything in between will work itself out one way or another, but the two of those, well, your business will rise or fall. So let me give you an example. I mean, when I'm just running the Anchorage office, then I can control the culture. I lead the culture, right?
You are the culture.
Exactly. And I am the who for hiring. It's really easy. I can control all of it. But when I expand to other locations and offices, all of a sudden, their culture can be anything that it wants to be if I don't already have a system for it. And the hiring, who's the who? I'm the who, but I'm, in a different office. So first off, we started with culture, right? Everybody says, like, you should protect your culture, but they don't really know what their culture is, right? It's this sticky thing that you know when it's gone and you know when it's there, but you can't really name it. So I used to do this exercise called the culture of what exercise. I would play with myself. And I would get a piece of paper and number 1 to 10, and I would say, we are a culture of what? Because people can't describe their culture very well, but they can always say what their culture is of. We're a culture of lead gen. We have a culture of hanging out with our families. We have a culture of Friday meetings. We have a culture of giving together. We have a culture of coming to these events. Those are really easy to name. You can name all of the pillars of your culture. Those, systemizable, right? I can make sure that in 4 different locations we're all lead genning at the same time. We meet Friday meetings. We use similar language. We are all at this event, right? Those are systemizable. And I had to just accept that the 20% that I couldn't quite put my finger on, couldn't quite explain, that's just going to be unique to each office. And if it's not systemizable, then just celebrate it, right? Don't change it.
Right.
Each of our offices look different. Coeur d'Alene works out like crazy. They're into Ironmans and all sorts of weird things. And Reed's biking all the time. Emily's always swimming. Anchorage loves to celebrate. That's their thing. That's their camaraderie. And they celebrate everything, right? You pended a deal, let's celebrate. You're new to the team, let's celebrate, like constantly. Each office is different. And so systemize what you can.
Jay's like that. He's really nice.
There you go. But really, some people just are celebrators. It's like, guys, I hit a goal. They're like, let's celebrate, It's great.
Yeah.
And that's that 20% that you can't systemize, you just celebrate it. The other 80%, systemize it. Because otherwise, one day you'll wake up and realize that you don't like the company you're in, right? So get those pillars written down, get those, put into all the offices. The second one was the hiring, who owns hiring. This was a real struggle for us, right? We wanted to build systems, we wanted to build our operations staff, and we wanted to build offices and all this. But if you don't, you have a fancy ship with all these systems and not enough pirates, what's the use, right? So we followed the model and picked a VP of growth. And that was a bit scary for us. It's a lot on the P&L and immediate benefits. And he does use the team leads, and he uses me, and he uses recruiters to get to his goal, but he owns hiring. At the end of the day, I called Blake Elder and say, where are we at? And he says, we've hired 23 agents, I have this many to go. And that's huge. Like those two on either end, that'll build a big business for me.